Hello, welcome to the channel, and this morning I will do another streaming because I find out the version that I just released is have a bug. Leaping have opened a bug in GitHub, and so I decided just go ahead and take a look at it, see if I can fix that. And the bug is this, saying there's some type error on cannot read property name of undefined. And before I started, let me just double check. This time I do get the video. Yes, I do. So that's much better than the last two. So again, I apologize for the last two streaming that there's no video at all. It turns out that is the settings in the game show on my systems that's causing the problem. And to show you what it is what's this. This is the preference in game show. And then what happened is when I'm testing the system, I was testing unchecking this, and when I uncheck this, I don't know why it doesn't work, but when I uncheck this, it got blank, and when I check it back, it seems to be fine now. So alright, so anyway, let's go to the code. So first of all, this because I don't have the actual test case, because I don't know what is the circumstances. I could have asked Leaping to see what happened, but let's first take a look at the code, because I know the code pretty well, and see if I can figure it out that way. So the problem is this, the constructor. So it seems like this constructor will be undefined when that case is being called. So let's see what's going on. First of all, one thing I want to double check, although, well, normally you don't have to do that, but one thing I want to double check is this, the release note. I want to double check that error instance support. Initial beta support for class instance, that's adding in 6.8. And then right now this seems to be caused the problem. So the question is it saying it does not have a constructor? Why is that? That's kind of strange, but let's see if I can reproduce it first. So what I'm going to do, what would be, what I'm doing is, although it's a little bit different than this, is actually later on. Well, my convention is that for so to speak, acceptance test. I'll put it under index.spec to differentiate from internal unit tests. So like this is testing inside, although for this test, I'm actually doing acceptance test because I'm relying the whole system. So I could have renamed this to index.spec.js. But I might do it right in this change, but maybe not. But let's go with this first and go here, and then foo equals to new foo, and doing this, and test live. Let's simplify this to test the live code first. So let's start the test. Oh, yeah, stupid. So let's see if I can read it. It's not a constructor, or maybe it's just a subject. Yeah, in this I can do that. So this seems to be fine. I don't know what is the use case that's causing this. Let's see if I can figure it out. If not, I will have to reply to Living to see what is the actual situation on this one. So I'm doing this, well, it's the spy instance over here. It's just making the calls. If it is an instance, no, hold on a second. So what happened is the call, the subject comes in and it goes here. And so when it goes here, it is not that, and it is an object. Oh, I see. That's simple. Okay, so see if that's the case. No, it's not supported by any low plugin. Actually, hold on a second. Why this is the case? Why is this the case? Yeah, well, do have that. And it will always, yeah, I recall that this, it should always have the constructor, even is an object. It's even if an object literal, so I can, well, I can verify it like this. Console.log. Well, yeah, you can see that it actually has that constructor even for object literal. So why it is causing that? What causes it? Let's see. My guess is, yeah, my guess is because of this. No save. Yeah. By the way, actually I know about this is because I work with Leaping, and this is the library he's using. He's trying to use it with the Komondor, and so my guess is what he was doing is trying to mock this, or Komondor it directly, which I don't think I can support right now, but let's see if that is the case. So let's see if that's the case. No, that's not true too. It also works. So I don't know why Leaping is having that problem. Well, so if that's the case, then there's not much I can do. So fortunately, well, I have to reply and ask that I decided to start this session because last night I just released the 6.10.1, so if there's a problem, I want to fix it as soon as possible. But seems like I can reproduce it, and normally I would, when I see, if there's an issue opened without a test case, the number one thing that you would do is to clarify. Let's see what is the actual test case is. But I thought I would able to figure out what the problem was, but unfortunately this time I can't. So I need to reply on to Leaping. Tuesday. Can you share how's your text like? I've tried well, just keep it simple. We'll say test well, actually it's much faster to do it over here. And then I don't really need done in this case, but let's keep it complete. Equals new full, and this is full, and then literal case. Well, this will fail because it doesn't have that do, but it's okay. So let me fix this. Alright, so in this case, let me take this out. So the last one is the last one I might not able to demonstrate it Yeah, I won't able to demonstrate it. Of course, this will fail, but that's okay. Spec food. Oh, stupid. Well, but still, that's why it's good to write up the example over here so that I can figure out what was the problem. It's not supported. Yeah. So as expected, because I don't support object literal. So let's see. Yep. But still, that's fine. It's not supported. So I can still sing that. You know, as an example. You know. Correctly. And then over here, this is just also purely not supported. But in this case, the Excel is seems like internally it is a class turns an instance. So well, let's see. Interesting. That maybe I can actually support it. So let's see the echo. Let me. Do I still have that information? No, I don't. So I need to make a REST API call, and I forgot what is the test code. Test REST API. No, that would be Postman or app tester. Fig as REST. Placeholder. Let's see if I can call this. This is not the one I record. That's one that just echo the result back, but I don't have it right now. So by the way, actual.default. Let's see. Yeah. Although the type doesn't shows, but it's because of the typing. The typing in Excel's type probably was off a little bit. But I am just going to use it to figure out what is the configuration. You know, that's why I love TypeScript, right? I don't have to go to the documentation and things, and I could, you know, able to understand and figure out what's the call should be. Can you do that? Yep. Yeah, it works. Yeah, Liping, seems like you don't have to do much. This seems like this is working. So what I'm going to do is not equal undefined. Well, I don't like that. That's when I that's when my own assertions library comes in handy, because my own assertion have this feature. So do this satisfied, and then it is an object with data status. I want to say that status is 200. Okay, I don't care about the rest. I only care about that. Okay, nice. Oh, well, so seems like Axios, I can support it. And this, let's clean this up and clean this up. Well, let's just copy the whole thing over here and clean it up. Clean it up here. So I don't need this full. This is contained. Spec is okay. Axial is okay. Blah, 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 blah. Test assert is needed. Well, I changed this a little bit. This test util is not needed. So, and then I always just organize it a little bit. So the last check, object, it is flowing correctly. Axial is actually working. And they seems to behave. They seem to be working correctly. And by the way, you can good news is that well, not too soon. Let me save and only hold on a second. Oh, because I forgot. Say JX Axial. Let's do that. That works. And then simulate. That doesn't work. Unfortunately, damn it. The recording doesn't work. So let me take a look. That's just one construct call. And then with hold on a second. Yeah, what's going on? This is trying to record the object itself, but it just recorded being the call is being constructed, but why is that? But it does not receive the result. The result is not get received. Well, it's something that's interesting, and I can take a look at it. here. Axial is still not working, but it seems like it is an instance of class axial instead of class internally, so might able to support it before v7, but I notice it is not working during simulation, during simulate mode. Looking into that right now. Okay, can you share how the color looks like? All right. Okay, so now let's back to here. Why the call is not recorded? I do get it returned, right? So this is fine. Let's see, what do I get? Oh, I didn't get any. How come? That's weird. I got this one. Oh, function name wrap. I don't know why this doesn't work. This also kind of strange, because it should at least trigger this and give me something. But anyway, that may be another bug internally. But the problem is here, this head internally is calling a function wrap, and then because it's an internal function, I skip the result of that, and my question is why the head call is not being recorded. Let me take a look. So let's see if that's that's undefined. Head is it's actually a function wrap. Then it does not get returned. Well, then that maybe it's really a bug. Let's see if I can figure out anything. So this is the value is promise. So this is the spy code for instance. Let's just take a look at that. No. I just want to run instant index. That's the only test I have. No, spec.js. Okay, so it doesn't get here, so that I think that's the problem. It does not hit here. Why is that? Hold on a second. a second. Console.log. Maybe it's a function itself. Yep, it's a function itself. So it's actually not being handled by this instance. It's being handled by the function. So yeah. So that means the problem is actually lies within here, and that's why you can see that the Komondor is library can get a little bit complex. So overall, so over here, I had in the past extend the function to support properties, but of course, I was assuming there's nothing in those properties. Those are just static values, so that they can carry over. But in this case, it's actually I need to stop those two, and that is not supported at the moment. So the best bet to support Axial is to create a plugin for it. So then the plugin has all the freedom to control how it behaves, and the way to write that is not that hard. Although I need to refresh myself a little bit because I have been changing the main Komondor for a while without updating the plugins. So anyway, I went past the 1 tomato, and then I forgot to start the timer when I start the streaming. So and either way, I hope you find this interesting, and I will keep working on this in the next off the camera or in another tomato. So that's it for today's streaming, and see you next time.